I think women need to understand, yeah, we see you, but sometimes we got better things to do than just talk to you. All right, let's talk about it.
Another question for the guys. Ladies, you already know that I love you. Feel free to stay for the answer. All right, guys, be as honest as possible. Have you ever liked a girl and just did nothing about it? Why? Out at a party with your friends, you see her from across the room, you think she's really pretty, and you just go home? Or worse, she's at your job or in your class and years go by and you never say anything. Did you think that she had a man but it turned out to be her cousin? Were you scared of rejection? Oof. What is the reason? Because some of you are missing out on serious opportunities. This is a safe space. We're dying to know the answer, so leave a comment below.
The answer is real simple. First, not all of you are as dope as you purport to be. Women give women the benefit of the doubt across the board. You think you're all perfect tens, perfect angels, like you've never done a man wrong. Sometimes men, we just sit back and we kind of just observe. We see how you move. We see how you are with your friends. We see how you deal with other people that come up and talk to you. Or more than likely, if we're just kind of seeing you at the grocery store in passing and we think you're pretty, we think you're attractive, cool, right? Cool with a K. We see it. Doesn't really move us. Seeing pretty doesn't really move men off the needle like it used to. But we're going to talk about that. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day. Still trying to get that work in. Hype the video, share the video. We got some merch in the store. Membership is also open. We're going to be doing more exclusive videos, more exclusives, try to create different events just for the members, just to show that I really appreciate the support you guys have given. I know it's a new channel. It's a young channel. We're doing what we can. We're trying to fill in where we can fill in. But this conversation comes up often with women saying, well, we're trying to answer the question of why men aren't approaching. And a lot of the times don't understand that pretty isn't pretty like you think it is. If we look at it as a commodity and we look and understand that social media has flooded the market with pretty, it's not really special like you believe it to be. It's not the end all be all. It's not, I need this in my life, otherwise I don't have an existence. I don't know how to treat myself. I don't know how to think about things if not for women. That's not how we are. It's for such a long time. Yeah, it was difficult to see pretty. You were landlocked into your own neighborhood where you went to work, where you went to church, where you went to school. That was what you saw. Now, because we can open an app, our idea of pretty begins to become even more stratified. When you're Ohio 9, we understand Ohio 9 is not a Miami 9. We get the difference now. When you have industries geared towards making you as pretty or as curvaceous as possible, or trying to imitate another Black woman's body or body parts or features that you think are sexy, you think are appealing to men, it becomes hard for regular pretty to stand out. Sure, there's different types, bohemian types, there's, girl next door types, there's, beach types, there's all types of hot, depending on you, depending on your flavor. But the truth across the board for men, they're everywhere. Hot is everywhere, to the point where a lot of us become sort of inundated and become numb with it. So just because you believe you're attractive, just because I believe you're attractive, doesn't mean I'm not going to get this broccoli first. Doesn't mean I'm not going to complete my shopping list. It's to the point now where we're leaving the house. I'm speaking for myself. I'm leaving the house with an agenda, with a goal. Hey, I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to go out to lunch. I'm going to go get groceries. I'm going to do this activity. And I'm trying to do that and get back to work. I'm trying to do that exclusively, get back to work. Sometimes we have other shit going on before we're thinking about, this is us being responsible. Let me try to introduce you into my life now. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the time. I don't have the desire to bring something that could be chaotic or peace that I'm trying to cultivate. If you're not on board with the program and we all have our different programs. We all have our different ideas of what's supposed to be, who's supposed to be important. I come into your life, I'm supposed to kind of adhere to the things that are important to you. You want to go out, you want to be treated, you want to be treated like a princess. I don't have space in my life right now for that type of thinking. Someone in my life saying, okay, my time is limited. I'm trying to speak for a lot of guys here. My time is limited, so let me break off a majority of that time to spend courting you. Just the same how women get the ick, how they have to now look at their lives and say, I'm inundated with attention. So I get to be as hypercritical as I want to be and say, this guy, I don't like the way his lip curls. I don't like the shoes, the belt, whatever he bought. You take your pick, you see, don't pop the balloon. But men are also inundated with beauty, maybe not by choice, but they don't have the time to sit here entertaining so many options. If they do, that's going to tell you a little bit more about the quality of that man. If women are hearing or believing that there's a certain set of qualities they want from a man, you want him to be ambitious, you want him to be driven, that man's going to be busy. That man's going to be busy. So those men that you see in the wild and they look at you, they acknowledge that you're pretty and they turn away and they go back to whatever they were doing, they're busy. Maybe not in that right moment, but they may look in their life and say, I've got Monday, 4:30 to 4:45 available for some leisure time. Okay. Being responsible, saying, I'm not going to try to invite or try to build something with you right now when I don't have the time for it. A lot of men, depending on the cohort, are hitting their financial stride. That doesn't mean that the work's over. That means opportunities to make even more money are here, are prevalent. Or these other men are looking at the economy saying, I've got to find ways to make more money. The free time that I do have, personally, my free time, I have to be more efficient with my free time. Anyone that knows me in real life hears me say that all the time. I've got to be more efficient. I've got to find ways to do more with the limited amount of time I have. And the goals I have, they're lofty. So sometimes we look and say, man, she's gorgeous. Which one of my goals, which one of my dreams am I ready to sort of, which one of those balloons am I ready to pop in order to have time for her in my life? Turns out when men are hunting for peace, and that's the first thing, you love peace before you love a woman. Yeah, it turns out they're not willing. Couple that with, again, like we said earlier, how you get sort of numb to all the beauty around you. See it all the time. Nothing special. Right? Sometimes you see something that's intense, like, wow. Right? And I've been across women like that. They're just like, oh my gosh. And then, it fades. Like almost immediately. And you go back to work and saying, wow, she was gorgeous. But I still got to finish this grocery list. As this thing cascades in something else and something else, something else. I don't have the bandwidth. A lot of men today are realizing in their chase for peace, in their chase for their own goals, they don't have time to be sidetracked by just something that's beautiful. With women, that means that, yeah, if you do catch someone's attention, sometimes it would help to say, if you would go up. If you would go up, or if you at least smile or something, make him rethink, say, maybe I might have time for this. Maybe I don't realize that I'm missing something. Left to our own devices, most men aren't going to be like that. Most men are going to say, I'm going to be willing to forego X, Y, and Z to get my stuff done. We've always been like that. It's the reason we built a society in a way that functions. We don't multitask like you, right? We're more serial thinkers. I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to get these things done. Sometimes men are not focused on you. I know that's a daunting task. That's a heavy ask to tell a woman. Like, you may have to go up and tell him you're interested in order to break him out of this grind loop that he's in. Otherwise, you're going to have to catch him in the right season, and I hope you're there when it's the right season. But we'll end on this. Let's understand this. Most men, their lives, especially the men that you're interested in, their lives don't revolve around getting women. They don't go out sometimes, to go out to a bar. They're going out to a bar, maybe watch a game, blow some steam, relax a little bit, not saying I'm going out because I'm looking for it. There's a type of specific man you find that goes to clubs, ones that don't. And from what women say online, when they want to be serious, when they want to settle down with someone, when they want to build a lifestyle, you're not going to the club. You're not going for that club, man. Another man is driven, he's ambitious, and he's not looking at it like you think he should. Listen, if you disagree, I've been wrong before. If you see videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. Of course, if you listen to the sound of my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. You're just trying to build something dope. See you in the next one.